Howdy, this is Eddie with another episode of Corn-Fed Bushcraft. Today, as you can see, standing here in front of mine and my wife's travel map, I want to take a brief minute to open up a discussion on personal preference. Where you would like to be in a shit-hit-the-fan type of environment. Climates, location, things of that nature. It's going to be a pretty much open conversation. I want to hear everybody's point of view. I don't want to hear just, well, I'm in the perfect spot, because everybody thinks, well, they're in the perfect spot. I'd like to hear some feedback on where you live, where you would like to live, things of that nature. Alright, here we have the map. Whole United States. You'll have to excuse the glare there from the light. But as most of you who know me, I live right in this area here. You'll have to excuse the point and stick there. But overall, it's not a bad area to be in an emergency situation. Long summers and springs, short winters. Winters average a good 2 months of cold weather. So, it's not that bad of an environment. You got a lot of hardwoods and pines and stuff. Pretty good abundance of animals. So overall, it's not a bad place to be in a survival situation. Me personally, I feel it's entirely too hot. If come down to that in a survival situation, it's easier for me to get warm than it is to cool off. That's just a personal opinion again. Alright, all the dots on here, that just indicates places that me and my wife have traveled together. Little areas we've seen. I've covered pretty much all of the South. I feel though, growing season, things of that nature, abundance of wildlife, makes East Texas a decent place to be in a survival situation. I personally feel that short amounts of snow, maybe a month, 2 months out of the year, is more of an ego booster, a morale booster. That's the word I'm looking for. So I personally would like to be in an area in a survival situation that had at least a couple of months of snow out of the year. Personally, I think from about here down in this area here is a relatively good place to be in a survival situation. Southern Missouri has a lot of rivers and wildlife, and pretty good forest area up there. Got a few friends that way on here on YouTube and things that they live in that area. Seems to be a real good area for them. Maybe we can get a few responses from them on the video, letting us know their opinion on where they're at. I do feel places like Louisiana through here, too much swamp, too bad of mosquitoes, not enough good, good ground, dry ground to really do too much planting. So it'd be mostly hunting and gathering. Don't get me wrong, that's not a bad thing. Some people, are real good at that, and they prefer that. Me, I prefer to hunt and gather as well as have a crop growing, just in case that hunting and gathering doesn't go too well. Some people say they prefer places like Arizona. As you can see, I've been from one end of Arizona to the other. Personally, no, I didn't care for it. Anywhere's up, let's say from here, which is the south side of the Grand Canyon, up is not too bad. They have forest, they have a little bit of snow, good wildlife, but wildlife can be few and far between. Sometimes you hit and miss with wildlife. Overall, though, it's not bad to find food out there. I mean, the Indians are out there, they still survive out there, so it is possible. Personally, again, not my choice. Another spot I was interested in might be from, say Denver down to right along the New Mexico border. Again, some snow, average maybe 2 or 3 months out of the year. If you go up here to the northern part, it's a lot more snow, of course, than down here. But again, probably not too bad of a spot to be. Don't know much about it. Haven't been there. Just from what I've seen. May not be. Again, give me a little feedback on it if you live in this area. Know a little bit more about it. You know, I'm welcoming your comments here. Been through Oklahoma. Wasn't too fond of it. You know, again, just not my personal choice. I think if I had to be somewhere other than where I'm at, I would probably go to southern Missouri. I've heard a lot of good things about northern Alabama and Mississippi, even parts of Tennessee. Like, as you can see, never been there, don't know. So this video is mainly to get a little conversation started. If you live in any of these places, or any of these places I didn't mention, you know, Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, even over here, Ohio, Michigan, up in there. I know it gets colder, but give me your feedback and let me know what you think. You know, I know bound to be some bushcrafters and preppers live up north. I personally love the snow. Makes it a little bit more difficult for survivability, you know. A lot of animals go into hibernation in the snow. But you know, it's more of a morale thing for me. I love snow. My family doesn't. So just tell me what you think and get back with me if you live in any of these states I haven't mentioned, or even any of them I have. This is a open discussion, if you will, on location during a survival situation. So tell me what you think. Again, I don't want to hear, you know, that you're in the perfect spot and all this other stuff, because every spot out there has got its downfalls. I personally feel that my spot is pretty close to perfect. I know it's not perfect. It's just, you know, entirely too friggin' hot in the summertime, and past 3 years or so we've had some awful droughts. But again, your opinion, where would you go? Survival situation. You know, if you could travel to any one of these states, live alone, just you and your family, make your own little slice of heaven in the woods or the plains or the mountains, whatever, where would it be and why? So get with me. This has been another episode of Corn Fed Bushcraft, and until next time.